All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Michaela? Is that you?
Hello? Hi, it's me.
Oh my god, I haven't seen you in so long. It's been 49 years since I've heard your voice.
49 years, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah? Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So how have you been, Michaela?
Oh, I've been pretty good. I've been, wow, what's happened since the last time? You see, I lost power for a hot sec, and I froze my ass off. So, that's how I am.
So last segment, or last episode, we talked about toilet paper, and I just gotta do my toilet paper rating review real quick. Okay. So, are you ever on Facebook, and then you start watching videos, and then you're like, how did I get to this video?
Yes.
I know. Okay, I was gonna say, I know you have. Brad Mondo, Cement.
Yeah.
Cement.
Yeah, and then it migrated to YouTube, and now it's just like, I'm bored. Let's put on Brad Mondo.
So yeah, I somehow got into a 2-hour long video of a girl deep cleaning her house, and yes, I watched the whole thing. And every now and then she would plug Grove, and I was like, you know what? I really need some cleaning equipment, whatever. So like, I spent $36 and got like $80 worth of things for my first thing. And what they included was 4 packs of their toilet paper. And I think it's Grove brand toilet paper. It's like organic. It's made with bamboo. It's 3-ply. And when I first started using it, I was like, this is so rough. Like, it felt like cheap toilet paper. Like, when you feel it, okay?
Right.
But when you wipe, oh my God. Yeah. It's like rough in a good way, like you're really cleaning yourself. And like, I am a poopy butt, my boyfriend's a poopy butt, we're poopy butts. Normally we go through like a roll maybe every 1 or 2 days. This singular roll has lasted us 3 to 4 days so far. Damn. And we're not even close to being done with it.
Damn.
So
are they like regular sized rolls?
Yeah, and I don't know where on my desk, but they sent me like tissues and everything, and the tissues were kind of rough, so I wouldn't recommend. But this toilet paper, so an 8-pack is $9.99. So a 20-pack or a 16-pack versus Quilted Northern, it's like $4 more expensive, but like, I don't know, I think it's worth it. Plus it's bamboo, so you're not like killing the trees and everything, and it's recyclable and all that stuff. And so anyway, I never thought I would ever say that I am really liking like organic bamboo toilet paper. So anyway, if you guys are a part of Grove, or I don't have a referral code or anything, no sponsors yet. Yet, no sponsors yet. I definitely would recommend trying it. It's rough, but rough in the good way, like it's like it's like pin you up against a wall, but like don't do like anything rough, like the nice rough sex, not like the like using toilet paper that's actually sandpaper. Sandpaper toilet paper. Yes. That's what I'm trying to say. That's 0 out of 10. So anyway, I would definitely rate this toilet paper like 9 out of 10. Like, I am very impressed, especially because it's organic and like bamboo, and it's so rough. Like, when you touch it, you're like, this is gonna hurt. That's gonna be the worst thing ever. But then you just go in for a nice surprise. So I just thought I would get my toilet paper review for the week out there. But yeah, so you sure did freeze your ass off, and a lot of Texas sure did freeze their asses off, huh?
Before we move on to this, I do have one thing to say. You know what would make that toilet paper last even longer?
A bidet?
A bidet, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Yeah. Get yours today.
I know, it's on my list of. I really wish that when I came and saw you last week, you had water.
I know, that way you could have used the bidet and given it a test run. Oh my God.
I know, I thought about it. I thought about it.
Oh. Man, but, I was just stuck on the whole pizza. I want water for pizza.
Dude, I have been craving pizza ever since. It's been really bad.
You just have to come back down, my dude.
I'm not a really big fan of New York style pizza, like the thin crust, big slice. I don't know. I'm not that big. The biggest fan.
Oh, are you like a Chicago deep dish where the sauce is on top type of person?
I mean, it's okay. It's still kind of a thin crust. Like I'm
I'm thinking like the thing that's like 3 inches deep with the sauce on top.
Yeah, it's still a thin crust.
Oh, whatever.
It is. It's still a thin crust. The crust is thin when you put it in.
Yeah, but it like goes. Bloop, it's like a bowl. I don't like it. Regardless, I hate
thin
Chicago
crust
style
pizza. Anyway, if I'm gonna have pizza, I really want it to be on like a loaf of bread.
Okay.
But I think what really gets me about Neapolitan and New York style pizza is like the way they bake it, like in ovens, like like the brick ovens. I hate when there's like just little brown and black chars all over my pizza.
You hate that?
I do not like that. If it doesn't have char on it, I'm okay with it. Yeah, no.
Okay, you'd like home slice then. They don't char it.
Okay, good. Yeah, no, that's kind of
like
what
on the
turns me
like
off.
the edge crust, but like
okay, that's fine. It's like the bottom that bothers me.
No.
Like the crust, like the edge crust, whatever. I understand that, but like when there's char on the bottom, I'm like, oh.
No. Home slice is like perfectly cooked.
Perfect. Okay.
Now I want
so
home slice.
Next time I come down,
yeah. So
it won't
slice.
be in a crisis.
Yeah, home slice. If you're looking to sponsor a rookie podcast crew,
we're the people. We're
available for sponsors.
We love and trust me. If you talk to some of my other friends, they'll let you know I love pizza. I honestly am surprised I don't have a pizza tattoo just yet, but
I just like home slice.
Michaela, you have your one tattoo. Are you ever going to get another?
Yeah, I'm planning on it, but there was a whole money issue that I don't.
Yeah. What's your second tattoo going to be?
I don't know. I kind of want to do like an artsy one. It like
Did you also at one point want to do like Spock's hands?
Yeah, and I have that. Okay. I think I have the file somewhere around my computer. But I'd like to do that, or like I've seen a lot of, and I'm a really big fan of like the anime tattoos, or not the anime, like the manga character tattoos. Like if those are done well, they look so good. I follow this one artist on Instagram. I can't remember who it is. I'll add it in. I'll put it in below while we're talking about this. But like, some of his work is so good, and like, it's incredible, and I really want it. But at the same time, I don't know what I would want at all.
Yeah. So, but when I first learned about tattoos, like, because back when we were young, it's it's gonna be on your body forever. You gotta make sure it's so meaningful, and yeah, I've gotten past that point.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm getting a tattoo next Saturday, and I'm not saying it's gonna be an Animal Crossing character, but I'm getting Zucker, the cutest little octopus, somewhere on my body next week.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited.
Yeah. Well, I heard I saw somewhere someone mentioned it where it's like essentially a tattoo is like when you get a tattoo, and people who have a lot of tattoos are essentially, it's a journal of like their life.
Yeah.
On their body. Like if you were to write down in a journal, like it's still permanent unless you erase it and write in pencil and erase it for whatever reason. It's just, it's just more like on you.
I love that so many of our high school friends or high school classmates are becoming tattoo artists. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just, I am all about supporting our friends and people we graduated with, and just supporting them and letting them grow. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. There's just something about, like, even getting my hair done. Like, if I know I can go support a classmate, I'm all for it. But, like, I love that, like, how many of my tattoos? 1, 2, 3 of my tattoos were done by one of our classmates, and they're so beautiful. And
I don't have that luxury anymore.
I mean, you do come visit for, you know, what's it called, holidays, and I have tried to get us in, but
yeah.
So you do have the luxury. You just
well, it's a lot of I'm working or like during when all the tattoo parlors are open. So.
Yeah. But yeah, sorry to go on that tangent about tattoos, but I was just thinking
you're fine.
I think I might get a pizza tattoo next after Zucker.
Do it.
I might do it.
I might pull the trigger and get once I actually get income again. Do an anime tattoo. I'll figure something out.
That'd be so fun. Oh, yeah. So fun.
Probably. Let's be real here. Let's be real. It's probably gonna be Jujutsu Kaisen, but
you are really into that.
I'm so into it right now. It's such a problem.
So, we're gonna talk about this more. But so I went down to Texas last week because Texas was in a crisis. I wanted to bring some friends water and all that good stuff. But anyway, it's like 11 at night. 10 at night, 11 at night, I'm hungry. I just drove 9-10 hours. I ate, I was good. And Michaela goes, okay, listen, we got to watch this anime. And I'm over here like,
yeah, I was like, God, we got to watch one episode because I've been fucking thinking about this.
Yeah, and she's like, I've been waiting for you to come down so I can show you this anime. I'm like, okay, yeah.
And I'm like, and it's really good. One episode, and then we'll sleep.
But oh my God, it was so hard for me to pay attention because I was just oh, wait, wake up. Yeah. Watch the anime. And I felt so bad because I was getting into it.
Yeah.
Like, I really was. But, like, I was so tired from the drive.
Oh, yeah.
But, anyway.
At one point, I was like, at one point I was like, I don't think she's that into it. You know, I don't think she likes it as much as I do, which is a shame. But whatever. It's cool. It's fine. And then, like, I went up to the bathroom or whatever, and I just, like, hear the theme song going. I left you, and there wasn't any, like, the TV was off.
No, that's right, in the bathroom,
and I just, like, hear the theme song going. I'm like, yeah!
It was just because I was so tired, and I was, like, trying to pay attention, and...
Oh, yeah.
And everything, but I was just like, oh, my God.
That's why a lot of time I was just kind of like, yeah, let's just do one episode. Mostly because I think we were eating. I was like, let's watch it while we eat, and then like I'll go upstairs and you can go to bed. So
yeah, and I felt so bad. Like, no. Do you ever? But you know, like when you're staying at someone's house, and they're like, you're the guest, like do whatever you want. You're like, okay, thanks. But then at the same time, you're like, no, I can't do anything. I will be on this. I can't intervene in their lives anymore and make this an inconvenience. So I'm kicking Michaela out of her whole downstairs, which is where her kitchen is and her computer is and where everything is. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. It's only like midnight, but I need to sleep.
Oh, yeah. No, I was like, I've got my phone. I've got a TV upstairs. I can watch Black Clover or something else. Like,
is that what you did?
Not a big deal. I had a notebook, and so I was writing, and I was also watching Black Clover. So,
I would just like it to be known now that Michaela was watching porn while I was on the couch. She was watching porn. I'm over here. This is second night, the day before I leave, and I'm sitting here like, oh, I gotta go to bed. I'm so tired, and all that I hear is,
Okay.
And girls moaning.
Let me explain.
Yeah?
Let me explain.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, there is this game on Steam. I think you can get it for like $15 or $20. It's like one of the match 3 type games, but it's called Hootie Pop. And the premise is that you are trying to date these girls and sleep with them, and then you like collect their panties, and it's really weird. You can't stream it on Twitch or anything, but you can put it up on YouTube. You'll get demonetized, but it won't get taken down.
Yeah. So Markiplier is not going to make any money from that video.
No, absolutely not. No, and he even says it. He's like, this is not getting monetized.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And so I really enjoy Hoonie Pop. I have...
Yes, it's fun.
I think over 100 hours in it at this point in time. As of February 27th, 2021, I probably have, I think, over 100 hours in it. Well, the second one just came out like 2 weeks ago. And Markiplier who's probably the only YouTuber I watch because his voice is really soothing for my anxiety, has been playing it, and so I was like, I like Markiplier, I like Hootie Pop, let's watch it. And so I was watching it, and that's what Rochelle heard, and she got Josh, our friend Josh, involved in this. She we had some friends in a Discord call, and she pulls it up, is like, guess what Michaela's doing, and I'm screaming like, no! But
yeah, no. It was Markiplier playing Hootie Pop.
It was.
I've never heard of this Markiplier guy, so
You've never heard of him?
Never. No, I've never heard of him. So don't think
I'm gonna dream about Markiplier for 3 days in a row.
Not. It was like 2 days. Okay, 1.
She admits it.
No, I don't know who he is. Okay. All right, we got it.
Anyway.
This is no. This is a segment called Markiplier now. I like Markiplier.
The segment just called Markiplier.
It's just called Markiplier. Okay. I like Markiplier. I like a majority of his videos. I don't like all of them. But this is my thing. Everyone thinks Markiplier is very attractive or hot. Or Michaela, what, do you think he's hot?
I think he's attractive, yeah.
Attractive. Okay. Mm-hmm. As a person, I think Markiplier is an attractive person. I am not attracted to him. And my friends just cannot grasp this around his head that I do not think he's an attractive person. Like, whatever. It's Markiplier. He's a YouTuber. Like, it's not like, oh my God, he's so cute. And so anyway, so they teased me because not the other day, but in the Iowa terms the other day, had like a dream or two. Like, it was so weird. He was trying to pursue me. I helped him. I was like a waitress at a restaurant, and like his car broke down or something, and I was helping him, and then he was doing YouTube live, like, oh my God, I found the prettiest girl. I need to marry her, and I'm taking you guys now. Like, I'm taking, like, don't try to, and I'm just like, I have a boyfriend, Markiplier, and I don't find you that attractive, and just, oh no. And so it's just like an on-running joke that Markiplier is my boyfriend. Mm-hmm. But I want to vote. Viewers, please, in the comments, tweet us, email us. Do you find Markiplier to you attractive? I just want to know. If you don't know who Markiplier is, Google him. It's like Markiplier. Markiplier?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Trust me.
I'll put it down below. I'll put it in post.
Oh, Jesus. Yes, I just want to know. Do you find him attractive? Like, personally. Because I think he's an attractive guy. Just not attracted to me. But anyway, thank you for, and we'll end our segment there on Markiplier.
The Markiplier segment. Yeah.
When we talk about his dog. But, okay, going back to Texas. Let's.
I just want to point out, we were like, I went to Rochelle and I was like, hey, what should we talk about on this week's episode of the podcast? And she was like, let's talk about Texas. And I was like, oh, is that it? And she'll be like, oh, but we can branch off. I want to point out, we are 20 minutes into a recording and we have barely talked about Texas. Like, I don't get it. We've talked about Markiplier more than we've talked about Texas, I guess.
Well, she was just worried. She goes, we're going to talk about Texas this whole time. And I was like, yes, trust me. We'll have segments. We'll branch off. There's no problem. Cause she was just like, I don't think we can talk about Texas this whole time. But, and we got to, we're here. Serotonin Not Included. We're not going to talk about the messed up parts of everything that happened, but like Michaela's experience as a
Texanite
living person,
Texan Austinite living,
yeah. So
especially from the Midwest.
I think it's freaking hilarious how it kind of went down. So like we all knew the weather was coming. All right, we knew this. We knew it was supposed to get cold. It got cold here in Iowa too. But I just get a text from Michaela like at 2. No, she was texting me at like 12:30, and she was texting me like, "Oh, it's getting cold" or something like that. But then
I was like, the snow is blowing through my door, like through the crack in the door. It.
And she was showing me photos of the snow coming through the door, and I was like, "Oh, just wrap up towel. You'll be okay. You'll be okay." All right, 2:30 hits.
Well, no,
She
not even 2:30.
It was. I swear it was 2:30.
Hold on. It was like 1:00.
Okay.
And I was like, I was looking at Twitter, and I texted Rochelle. I was like, oh, they don't know if the Texas power grid can hold up with the air, or like with everyone having the heat on. And I was like, well, hopefully that won't go, or happily that won't happen. It'll be fine. Okay, and now you can continue. You can continue.
Then at 2:30, it was just like, fuck. My power just went out. And then the next text, and this is what really gets me, is my phone's at 1%.
Yeah.
See, this is where I'm like, Michaela's a dumb bitch. I love her. She's a dumb bitch. We knew it was going to get cold. She knew power could get out. It might not happen to her, but it could have happened. And what did she not do? Charge her phone.
Listen, I figured I was gonna go to bed. They were like, yeah, it won't it might not hold. And I was like, oh, I should probably make sure that I have shit. I wasn't expecting the power to go off 2 hours later. I was expecting it to be like, maybe tomorrow, maybe sometime throughout the week. No, it was that night, and I was like, fuck. Because I don't charge my phone.
Tony. Yeah, oh my god. All right, this is a segment. This is a new segment.
Can I talk?
Things that Michaela does that she really shouldn't do. 1, doesn't charge her phone. 2,
oh my god,
drives her car on E for miles.
For miles.
Anyway, now you can talk. The viewers have to know that you are not in a prepared bitch.
I charge my phone when I sleep, and then, like, ideally, as long as I don't use it throughout, like, a lot during the day, then it lasts me all day, whatever. I'm, like, at 30% by the time I go to bed. Or at 30% by the time I, like, go upstairs to take my evening shit, and then it's, like, it's dying by the time I get into bed, because I take a long time. And I play TFT or some shit. I don't know. And so I was like, oh, I'll have time to charge my phone. It'll be fine, whatever. And then power went out. And I was like, shit. And then, like, and the worst part was, I was like, the worst part about it was that, like, the only charging cables I thought that I had at the time were USB-C to USB-C. And I don't have any way to charge a USB-C to USB-C cable. I have USB, or I would have needed USB to USB-C. And so I was like, well, fuck, I'm not going to be able to be on my phone for like 5 days, because I was thinking about going and seeing if there were any gas stations open or like HEBs I could go grab a cable. But as I was walking up to my car, my neighbors were like, hey, you're not going to want to go because it's super icy out, and we got stuck at the bottom of the hill that my apartment complex is on for an hour, so we would highly recommend not going anywhere. And I was like, shit. But then thankfully I found a USB to USB-C charging cable, and I was able to charge my phone a little bit. But another thing is another reason why I wasn't super concerned about like charging my phone right away is my brain went, because the only experience I have with blackouts is like in Iowa, where they last 2 hours max normally. So it's like, oh, it'll be back on by like maybe tomorrow afternoon. No. She
was wrong.
I was so wrong.
Our friend Tony and I talked, like, while we knew she was struggling, because I was like, I am so prepared for anything. Like, just in my car, I could perform surgery on a highway because I have the equipment in my car. Like, I have water, a blanket, like cat litter, I have food, I have like flares and first aid kits. Like, I don't know, for some reason I feel like I'm gonna be the person that's gonna be driving, I'm gonna witness a crash, and I'm gonna be the person that has to save lives. Like that, I'm always prepared. Then this dumb bitch just 1%.
I don't go anywhere. Where do I go? I drive to a fast food restaurant that's down the street, or a home slice that's, you know, 3 seconds away, all within a residential neighborhoods. Like, I live in a big city. I don't go out into the country hardly ever. If I need something, then like when my car breaks down on the side of the road, then I just like walk to a gas station that's 20 feet away. Whatever. There's no point. Like, and I have a small car. I have a tiny little car. I need all the space I can get for like groceries, my dog, any passengers. Like, so I don't think about that shit.
What was the official time that you were without power?
It's like
a week, or was it less? 5 days?
A week? No, it was. So I lost it at like 2:08 a.m. on Monday, and I got it back at like, I want to say.
Oh, I got it back. I came down on Friday.
Yeah, I got it back fully at like
it had
Friday
sometime.
On like at like 10:30, 11.
So what's the one takeaway from like what was the hardest thing during that week without water? Right. Like power and water. What was the hardest thing?
The hardest thing was I was just so bored. Like I like, this is gonna sound terrible, but like I didn't have any food because I have rice and I have noodles and stuff, but like all of that needs power to be heated, like made.
And water.
I didn't yeah, and like I had just thrown out some bread that went bad. And so I didn't have like any food or anything. But like I can live without food for a while. My stomach, my body does this really weird thing. Like it happens when I go on super long car rides. Like if I know I'm not going to be somewhere where like I can like eat something regularly or go to the bathroom regularly or anything like that, I don't have to. Like I don't get hungry. I don't have to go to the bathroom. I don't like, you know how like huskies have like a metabolism that will adjust to like their environment and like.
So you're a husky.
Yeah. Like I do that. Like it just doesn't, like whenever I drive from Iowa to Austin, it's a 16-hour car ride. Most of the time I don't have to pee. I'm not thirsty. I'm not hungry. Like
if Michaela's a husky, I'm definitely a lab, because labs have no control over how much they can eat and not eat. And anyway, when I was there, normally I pee like every 2 hours. Like I drink a lot of water. Like I drink like 6 of these a day. I drink a lot of water. And, oh my God, not like holding my bladder because I was like, we can't flush. And then we're two poopy bitches. Not being able to poop. Oh my God. I am normally a very routine bowel movement person. That was awful.
Yeah.
But
like, yeah, so like
It was fun.
I was fine. Like I think I was the only one in my life who thought I would be okay. Like
oh yeah, okay, so we'll
talk about that.
The last text on Monday. Okay, so Monday. Okay,
I tried her power's to out on Monday.
Her Monday at 2 a.m. her power went out. Right. The last anyone heard from her was Monday night at like 5:30, 6 p.m. Yeah. Right. She texts me, I can feel it getting colder. And my dumb ass goes, well, that's what happens when you don't have heat. Thinking, that wasn't going to be the last time I heard from her. So then, I'm like, oh. So the next day happens. No one's heard from her. Her sister messages me like, hey, have you heard from Michaela? And I'm like, the bitch is dead. The bitch is fucking dead. Oh my God. Like that. And the last thing I said to her was giving her sass about, well, duh, that's what fucking happened, you dumb bitch. I'm like, oh no. So I sounded the alarms.
Yeah.
Shout out to my friend Misty and her husband Kyle. Mm-hmm. They were able to go and find some food at a gas station and some water for Michaela, and went and checked on her.
Yeah.
Because
I was sitting in my car. So when they came over, when they like made their appearance, I was sitting in my car charging my phone, and like I had like a little power brick, and I was charging that. And I had my window down because my car was hot. Like it had the sun shining in it like all morning, all day. And so I had my window down because it was so hot in my car. And I'm like just kind of scrolling on my phone, doing whatever. And I like see some people approaching like my apartment, and my brain hole goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, I see them like looking at my apartment, and I hear one of them go like, "I think this is it." And I'm sitting here like, "Bitch, what the fuck are you doing at my apartment? What do you mean this is it? What are you doing? Do I have to fucking beat your ass? This is my apartment, and I shall do what I please." And then they like, I'm like staring at them, probably giving them like the suspicious
stink
eye.
guy, like
yeah, and like they look over and they're like, "Oh, are you Michaela?" And I was like, "Yes." And they're like, "Rochelle sent us," and I'm like, "Oh."
It was so funny. So Michaela's sister and I were texting like. We were like, well, we're superheroes. Like, this is Michaela's going to be frozen in her bed, a shivering ice cube, and we're going to come and we're going to save her, and she's going to be so grateful. And then we are like, that's how we wanted it to happen. Yeah. And then but then we were like, she's going to be like awkward, and she ain't going to say shit. And I was like, we weren't superheroes and we wanted Michaela to view us as superheroes. But it didn't happen.
Joke's on you. I always view you as a superhero.
Ha 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 ha.
But yeah, no, I literally think I was the only one who was not worried that I would be okay. I was like, I mean, yeah, there were a few times where I was kind of like, if I need to, where can I burn shit? Like, should I do it on my porch? Maybe I should do it in my bathtub? Like,
my God.
Carbon, is it dioxide or monoxide? The carbon one that kills you.
Carbon monoxide.
Yeah, carbon monoxide. I was like, yeah, but the smoke, that'll probably kill me. So it's like, I think right outside of my porch would probably be my best bet.
So it is dioxide. Yeah. Carbon dioxide. Oh, whatever.
I would die from smoke inhalation. There we go. If I did it in my tub. So I was like, no, it's probably safest to do like on the porch. But, like, I had a few thoughts of, like, where I could burn shit or, like, if this went on for super long, what would happen? But, like, for the most part, I was like, it's fine. Like,
so
I'll be okay.
When I drove down, so, like, we had some friends give us money. Some of my classmates gave me money. Like, I was like, and I was asking people, like, hey, I'm going to Texas. Like, I made up my mind. I'm going to Texas. If anyone else has family or friends, like, let me know. I will drop off water. So, like, I pack in my car, like, 160 water bottles, and, like, 32 gallons of water. And I'm like, oh, my God, I'm such a good person. Like, oh, my God, look at me go. Oh, this is going to help so many people. Fucking... I realized that, the 6 gallons of water, the water really did help people. But, like, the gallon jugs I thought were going to be life-changing were not. Like, fucking it takes 2 of them. Well, true, we were able to poop.
Yeah.
2 of them to flush a toilet, and I gave people 6, and I'm like, oh, this is not enough. I fucked up. But, so what I learned is that 24 gallons of water is not that much water. Like, the water bottles did help because then, clean water that you can just drink. But those, I threw out my back trying to get these gallons of water, and it was not as super, like, heroic as I thought it was.
No, it's okay.
But I will say, like, I do really admire, like, you and, like, everyone who had to go through that. So anyone who's in Texas listening to this, like, I feel for you guys. Like, in Iowa in August was hit with a derecho, which is like a land hurricane. And I think the whole state of Iowa not prepared for it. Like, cities were ruined.
Yeah.
But, like, that was in the summer, and we had no power. We had water, but we had no power. And I couldn't, it was like 100 degrees every day. So I had no power for 2 weeks. So I was like, nope, I'm going to my mom's house. So, like, the fact that you were able to, like, stay and, like, but also you didn't have the choice of going to your parents' house.
Right.
But, you know, like, I do look up to you guys, like, because I never, no, without water, absolutely not.
Yeah. Oh, and, like,
oh my God, the water thing would have killed me.
I was very lucky. I got a little bit of a respite from it because I have a friend who who let me stay with them for like a night. A couple friends. I don't want to say it was one friend, but I have a couple friends who let me stay with them for the night, and they would have let me stay like throughout the entire thing, but A, I thought I had power when I didn't, and B, like, they let me bring both my cat and my dog, and they are both very anxious animals, especially in a new environment. And my friends were already housing a few extra people, and so I was like, I don't want to intrude any more than I need to. I see you're already in a hard spot. Like, even having a couple hot meals, a nice hot shower, and a night in the warmth was fine. And thankfully, like, it was the day after I left that I got my power back. But I had a little bit of a respite, but there are plenty of people who didn't. And I am not not jealous of them at all. So
I think it was really funny. See, I know it was colder during that week, but when I went, it was like cold that one night, and then it got hot. And I'm in like crop top, tank top, windows down. It's only 50 degrees, but I'm like, I'm dying.
You're right.
So like, I think I probably would have died regardless. No water, no power. I would have been either too cold or too hot.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't poop, couldn't pee, no food. I'd probably be dead. I'm just gonna say it.
Like, the cold itself was not awful. Like, Rochelle, at least for me, Rochelle and I used to live in a house where part of my bedroom and Rochelle's bedroom were essentially built on a concrete slab. And it was cold. It was just cold all the time in the winter.
Yeah, no insulation, no heating vents, no air in the summer either. But
yeah, and I'd say it was probably comparable to that, like, cold wise. Probably a little bit colder, but like at the same time, it felt more like that. So I was like, the cold doesn't bother me.
Okay, Elsa.
The lack of food doesn't bother me. It's literally like, I live alone. I was bored. I had no way to communicate. I had nothing to do. Most of my books are still in my parents' back up in Iowa, so like I didn't have any books. I had a notebook, so I just slept. I slept so much. Like, all of Monday and Tuesday, sleeping. That's what I did.
You could so tell she was bored too. Like,
yeah,
it was like, you know, when you're a 10, 12-year-old and your parents allow you to go to like a sleepover for the first time. And I'm not saying a sleepover that you wake up in the middle of the night crying that you want to go home, but when you really want to go to, like, that's how I feel like Michaela was acting. There's like a giggly little sleepover, because I'm like so her apartment is like a loft, like it's very open and everything. So I'm on the first floor on her futon, and she's up in her bed, and it's just giggle, like
yeah, it was. I was so bored, and then like
so funny.
And then like once I got power and I could like communicate with my friends via Discord, I had to physically hold myself back from being like, hey guys, is anyone there? Someone talk to me. Hey guys, I missed you. Guys, pay attention to me.
So funny.
I want to talk to someone. It was so funny. It was awful. And then like every time I would get my phone charged, like when I didn't have power, I'd be like I'm trying so I felt like one of those people who's like trying to talk to their crush and who wants to talk to their crush all the time.
Yes,
but they don't want to sound like too like clingy and too dramatic. That's how I felt trying to talk to my friends and be like, try to be casual, just be like, hey guys, is anyone up to anything? No response.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here playing my Project Runway game.
I can't believe you downloaded that game.
It's I'll probably delete it here in a little bit, but it was just so like, it was so isolating to just be like, I got me and my cat and my dog, and that's about it. That's all I can talk to. And it was just be like,
it was just really funny.
That was easily, for me, that was easily the worst part. I would tell people, they'd be like, are you doing okay? Are you too cold? How are you hungry? Do you have food? I'm like, give me, like, if I had power but no heat and I still like couldn't cook food, I would have been fine. I would have been totally fine. I would have been like, this is great. I can talk to my friends. I can play my PS4. I can type away. I could, like, work on editing something. And it's fine. But, like, it was literally just the isolation. Oh, it was the worst thing. But.
Oh, I just think it's so funny.
And then when I'd, like, the worst part was that when I could get my phone charged, because everyone was on, like, the mobile network and using their data, everything was so slow. So, like, I'd say something in Discord and it would take like 10 minutes to send, and
oh my gosh,
like, and then like the conversation would be over and I'm like, well, fuck. But,
oh my gosh.
And like trying to like check Twitter to see if there were any like updates on the power situation or anything like that, and it'd be like, can't reload tweets at this time. I'm like, you piece of shit, just reload please. But
oh my gosh.
That's why I played Project Makeover so much, is because that's literally all I could do. I couldn't get me on Twitter. I couldn't be on Discord. I couldn't be on Facebook. So I'm like, Project Makeover it is. Doop.
It makes you wonder, like, what did people do back in the day? Like, I guess you should have probably went out and chopped wood.
Oh, I should have. Yeah.
Like, why not? You know?
Yeah.
With your machete, just go out and chop wood.
Yeah, my dull machete that
can't absolutely
even cut a plastic bag.
Would have made it more fun.
Yeah, I have a wooden bat. Probably could have started with that too. Forgot I had that. Found that last night.
What were you looking for that you found it?
I was changing Uno's litter box because it's in the coat closet that I don't use. And I was in there. And I just turned around and it was like leaning up against the wall on the other side of the door, and I was like, oh, I thought I had the bat
one. That
it was Zach's, I think.
No, not Zach's. The other one.
Oh, was it his?
I think, yeah.
It was a remnant. It was a remnant from when we lived together. So
it was so funny. I don't know why this is coming to my head, but like on my way down there, I was like, oh, I really hope it's not too hot. I didn't like pack any summer clothes because I didn't have time to do my laundry, and you know, Texas is hot. Or it was supposed to be cold. And she goes, well, I have at least a shirt you could wear.
I was
Which
like,
is my shirt.
And probably some shorts that you could wear.
So it was just, I don't know why that cracked me up, but it really did.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, as long as I have power, I could have just turned on the air and we would have been okay.
I mean, true. Oh my God. Actually, so Michaela's apartment downstairs is like not cold, but like more chilly than the rest of the area. Up the bathroom is a sauna.
Yeah,
and so she goes.
Like... Go ahead. Sorry.
I was like, she goes, I'm sure it feels good on one of the steps. I actually found it was step 7.
Yeah,
that is it's where the perfect balance is. It's on step 7.
Yeah, I was like, downstairs it's a little chilly. Upstairs it's real hot. It's pretty warm. Bathroom real warm. That's where I went. That was my last safe haven, was my bathroom, because it was so much hotter than the rest of my apartment.
Oh, so hot.
I keep my bathroom door shut so my dog doesn't get in the trash can in there, because that's definitely something he's done before.
Oh yeah.
So I'm in the habit of keeping it shut, but it doesn't allow for the hot air to escape. I have like 4 vents in my apartment. There's one there, one right over there. No, there's one upstairs and then like one in my bathroom. And the one in my bathroom puts in the work. Like,
it does.
It's like
I would be in there peeing and I'd be like, oh my God, I'm dying. Like, I can't breathe.
I'd be hot.
I can't breathe.
I'd be hot and I'm cold all the time. But I'd be like peeing. I'd be like, it's so hot in here. Like, not even showering. I'd just strip just to pee.
Yes, it was really putting in the work.
Yeah.
So I think my favorite thing about Texas, though, I mean, it was great seeing you. It was good bringing you water. It was great meeting Misty for the first time.
Right.
'Cause I had never met her before. And I would love to actually talk about how we met, but can we just talk about Buc-ee's? Okay, I am Buc-ee. I still have, these are probably bad by now, Buc-ee beaver nuggets. And oh, I think I threw them away. I got so much from Buc-ee's, and I probably could have lived there. The best pulled pork sandwich I've ever had in my life. And my friend Kim was like, yeah, it's Texas barbecue. Like, barbecue in Texas is good. I'm like, no, I've been to Texas. I've been to Texas multiple times. I know what Texas barbecue is like. But this pole sandwich has, like, cocaine in it that makes it 300 times better and addicting. Like, yeah. I have never had such a good pulled pork sandwiches. And then I went to their bakery aisle, and they have collages. They're like, collages? Is that how you say it? I've never heard of them, but they're like, it was like a sausage and a bun, like, bakery item. And I took a bite. I was like, oh my God, I'm reminded of Taiwan and, like, the Taiwan pastries and everything. And they just had rows of candy and chips and slushies and pop guns. Like, the children in the area were just pop gunning everyone. And there's doors on every exit and entrance, and there's gas on every door. And I just... What an experience. Yeah. Amazing experience.
You, if there's a zombie apocalypse, I'm heading straight for a Buc-ee's.
But I think that's where everyone would go, though.
Oh, probably, and I would win in the fight.
You really like those beaver nuggets, huh?
I do. They're delicious.
These things are fucking... They're just corn puffs, but they're so good.
They are. Yeah, they're good.
So, Buc-ee's, if you're looking for a sponsorship.
If you want to sponsor an amateur podcast... we're taking sponsors.
What's our time at? I can't even see. I would just like to say
45 minutes?
I normally have glasses, but I didn't want you guys to see the reflection. So I was like, I'll just go blind. So I'm actually blind right now. But
hey, same.
What?
Nothing. It was a bad joke. It was a bad joke.
You're not.
It fell flat. We're moving on. Buc-ee's.
Put in the laugh reel, so at least someone's laughing for you. But okay, I think this is a Midwest thing. So I want to go back to how I met Misty. I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure me and her met when I was like 12 or 14 on either Quizilla.com or Gaia Online. Okay, so it was one of those weird, because we, write fan fiction back in the day. Before Amoeba, it was Quizilla, or Gaia Online. Did you ever play Gaia Online?
No, I never did.
Do you know what it is?
Maybe.
It's like you have like an avatar. It's very Japanese, an anime, and you have like an avatar, and there's like online games you can play and stuff like that. So
like that's how we kind of.
Yes, but with avatars, not pets. Right. And so. That is how I met her. I've known her longer than I've known you, technically. I'll be real. And, we were friends on Facebook, and then for some reason, I probably deleted her, cleaning out. And then, I don't know, a year ago, I added her back. I saw her name. I was like, oh my God. I think we went by Fred and George on Quizilla because of Harry Potter. I think we used to call each other Fred and George. I don't know. I'm going to have her listen to this podcast and confirm this for me. But anyway, so I just think it's interesting that someone I've known longer than you, never met in person. She grew up in Kansas, but she gets a random ass message from a long lost friend going, oh, my best friend's in Texas and she might be dead. Could you go check on her? Oh, please. And she did it, it's like that Midwestern.
Right.
Because you could never ask someone in California to do that. Like a native or a New Yorker. Never. So I just think it's like, what would you do if you were in her situation and you got someone you've known for 15 years, never met online, was like, can you go save my best friend?
Oh, I'd do it. Absolutely. I'd do it for a stranger. So I was like, hey, you don't know me. I don't know you. But, my sister's in trouble. Could you, check on this for me? I'd probably bring Rigsby with me, just in case. But I'd do it. I don't care. If I can bring peace of mind to someone, but their loved one isn't dead, then, yeah, absolutely, I'd do it.
It's really funny that... Because I would do the same thing. Absolutely. But then, the one time we decided to do a nice deed for someone, I think we vowed that we were never going to do a nice deed for anyone ever again.
I forgot about that.
You forgot. I think about him quite often.
Oh my god. So, the story behind this. Rochelle and I really enjoy Fazoli's.
Fazoli's, if you're looking to sponsor an amateur podcast, please let us know.
Yeah.
We would kill for you.
Yeah.
Literally. Like, actually kill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
So Rochelle and I really love Fazoli's, and the Fazoli's in our town closed down a long time ago. And so the only way for us to get Fazoli's was to drive an hour away to Cedar Rapids and get Fazoli's there. And so it was blizzarding out. It was blizzarding. Let's be real here. It was a blizzard. There's no way other way to like sugarcoat it. It was a blizzard.
Yeah.
And Rochelle comes up to me. I'm like in between classes. I've got like 2 hours between classes. And Rochelle comes up to me. She's like, I really want Fazoli's. I'm like, that sounds good. Do you want to drive to Cedar Rapids? And she's like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, let's go to Cedar Rapids. So we hop in the car, and like I said, blizzard. It's a blizzard. Mm-hmm. We're driving down the highway. There's like
we've
cars
probably seen like
in the
12,
ditch.
At least 12 cars, and we're only like 15 miles away from our house. Like, yeah.
It's just like the roads are ass. I don't know why we decided to do it, but the roads are ass.
So it's so funny when people ask like, what, like, you and Michaela do anything. I'm like, you don't know how far we'll go just for breadsticks. Like,
right. Yeah.
Breadsticks. So of course we're going to do the rest. Like,
yeah. So we're like driving in and we're like, okay, you know what? Next car we come across, we should stop and make sure that they're okay.
Because we're good people. Okay. We're like, let's do this.
And so we eventually pull up on this car that's facing the opposite direction in the ditch. Must have spun out really fast. And so we pull over and we like go up to the car and we're like, are you okay? Like, can we do anything to help you? And he's like, yeah, take me to this gas station so I can call a tow truck.
But we did try to dig him out. Do you remember that?
That's right.
We did try to dig
him out. And the thing is, I am a 5'3" woman, right? And Rochelle is your 5'6" woman?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the two of us, I am like hip deep in the snow.
Yes.
Trying to dig this man's car out, and he's just standing on the side of the road watching us. He's just standing there. And I'm like, well, can you get in your car and see if, like, you can get
push you
out now? Yeah, and he tries, and it's not happening. And so we're standing there for, like, half an hour trying to dig this man out. And, again, up to my hips in snow. And we just can't get it out. And we're like, oh, we're so sorry, we can't get it out. Is there anything else we can, like, help you out with? He's like, take me to this gas station so I can call a tow truck. And we're like, okay. Because I think this was before smartphones. I think this was before the mass integration of smartphones. So we didn't have a good way to, like, look it up.
But the other thing is, there was a tow ban. Like, we knew. And because I'm pretty sure we heard it on the radio, but we knew he wouldn't be able to get a tow truck.
Yeah.
We knew. And we asked him, we said, we're going to Cedar Rapids. Would you like us to drop you off where we're going? Because we were near Center Point. So we were at least halfway. And we're like, we'll drop you off where you need to go. Like, we're literally on the way. And he's like, no. Just drive me to this gas station, which was the opposite way, by the way.
No, it was still a little bit farther down. But we still had to. Yeah, because he's like, I'm going to get a tow truck. And we're like, I don't think that's a good idea. And he's like, just do it. And we're like, okay, fine. So we drive down. And at one point, we pass an exit for Independence, right? And for those who don't know, like, Waterloo is here, where we were going from. Cedar Rapids is, like, here. And Independence was, like, way over here. He's like, just take me to Independence. And me knowing, like, the geography.
Oh, that's right. We're like, no, that's so out of the way.
Yeah. I was like, no, it's way out of the way. Like, it's probably another half hour that way, as opposed to maybe 5 minutes up the road. And he's like, okay, fine. So we go to the gas station, and we're sitting there waiting. And we're like, should we wait for him?
Yeah, should we leave? Should we wait?
Yeah, so we end up waiting for him. He comes out. He's like, there's a tow ban. And we're like, yeah, we know.
Yeah, we told you.
Yeah, he's like, we're like, are you sure you don't want us to take us anywhere? And he's like, take me to my car. And we're like, okay. So you have to like drive like all the way back, find a an exit ramp to turn around and come get to his car. And we're like, okay, well, sorry we couldn't help you. Hopefully you can get out. And he just, like, slams the door shut and walks away.
Like,
no thank you. No goodbye.
It's cold.
Nothing.
It's cold. And this is an older man. Like, not, like, old, but at 30s, 40s. Okay? Yeah. And we're two college kids. College females, super nice. Like, you're welcome that we did this for you.
Right.
Like, why would you not want us to take you to why would you want to wait in your cold car when you knew there was a tow ban? When we could have driven you to where you were going that was probably warm.
Yeah. So,
like, so anyway, we learned our lesson. We vowed then that we would never do anything nice for someone ever again.
Right. It hasn't held up, but...
It really hasn't. But I think about that man quite a bit.
Yeah, every time I would pass that stretch, I'd be like,
We'd go like, We'd be like, oh.
Yeah. It's been like 8 years since that. No, probably 6 years since that happened, and it's still fresh in my mind. I will never forget that.
You say yes. You said, "Oh my God, I forgot."
Well, look, I say forgot.
No, I know.
Like, yeah. But like,
it's just, you know, and I guess looking back, he was probably stressed, upset. Mm-hmm. I mean, like being in an accident, that's really, you know, but like you could have been nice, like you could have been nice and grateful, you know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just what I'm thinking.
Yep.
But yeah. But now here we are, two hoes that would still do nice things, even though we vowed on that frozen tundra highway that we would never do it again.
Yeah, never. We're never helping anyone ever again. Ugh. God.
Oh, boy. Well, we didn't learn our lesson.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, no. We learned from it. But yeah.
Yeah. So moral of the story, if you are stuck on the side of the road in waist-deep snow and two people come to help you out, just say thank you. Even if they don't help you, like if they can't help you, just say thank you. That way you won't have those two college-age girls ranting about you on a podcast 6 years later. Like, it won't happen.
Michaela, we are closer to 30 than college age.
No, but, you know, I know. At the time.
We're
getting old. 30, aren't we?
We're getting old.
But I keep seeing myself as, like...
18,
like
23,
22-ish. Like,
yeah.
I saw a picture of Daft Punk without their helmets on, and they're like, Daft Punk performs in 1993. And I'm sitting there, you know, me and my single ass is like, they be looking really cute. And I was like, okay, they probably look about 18, 20, so... and that's what year I was born, so 18. They're probably in, like, their 30s, 40. Oh, I'm older than I thought I am. But it's just...
I was just telling Ethan, I was like, Britney Spears, okay? Did you know Britney Spears was 16 when she released her first album in 1999? Yeah. I didn't. I thought she was like 18, 20. No, she was 16. Yeah. And now she's like almost 40.
Yeah.
It's just, it blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
It blows my mind.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I do not feel like I'm 27 years old. I keep thinking I'm 28 for whatever reason. I don't know why. But, like...
Hey, why not?
Yeah.
I think we're at the point where when people ask us, we can just tell them whatever age. Because it's like, oh, I'm 52.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm 18.
No, you say older, so then they are like, oh my God, you look so young.
I do look young, though. That's the thing. I would tell them, oh, I'm 27. They're like, what? You look like you're 23. And I'm like, shut up. Like, when I was filming, when we were filming Play Dead, it was like, they were talking about drinking. I think I was like 25 at the time. We were talking about drinking, and they were like, Michaela, can you drink? And I'm like, I graduated before
you guys. Yeah, like
I'm probably the oldest one here. Like, come on. Of course I can drink. But
age.
Yeah.
Well, what time are we at? Should we call it now?
Yeah, we should probably call it.
All right. Well,
this was a hot mess of an episode, but you know.
Really? I enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. I'm just saying this is a hot mess. I think our podcast is just going to be a hot mess.
it's just like us. Would anyone expect anything less?
No. Absolutely. I sure as hell wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
My parents wouldn't. Are you kidding me? If they were to watch this and see a nice, well-composed podcast, they'd be like,
"Who are you?
Are you okay?
An alien snatcher."
Our daughter is known for chaos, not whatever this is.
Well, I think it makes us unique and better and worthy of a Fazoli's sponsorship.
Fazoli's, please sponsor.
Fazoli's, please. Anyway, well, in case you forgot my name, I'm Rochelle. That's Michaela.
Hi. I don't remember if we introduced ourselves.
I really don't. But I don't either. But thank you for once again hanging out with us on another episode of Serotonin Not Included. So.